Alrighty, today you're going to get a really bad crash course in the loading a car hauler. And yeah, I got a goofy, stupid camera on my head, and no way am I endorsing, teaching. I'm just basically illustrating how I would do it. So let's get to work. Put the car in reverse, look out the window. Drag the bumper. And what I want to do is, when I'm coming up in here, I want to make sure that I'm not ripping the mirror off on the post, but I'm also paying attention back there to how far over I am over on the deck, so that I know that I'm not ripping the mirror off that side of the car. Place this unit where I want it, which is right there. Put it in park. Hook my hook. Adjust my cleats. Place my front hooks. Adjust the slack in my strap. Adjust the slack in this strap. So, I'll get my winch bar. These are straps. Don't need nothing tight. All basically you're doing is holding the vehicle on the truck. This is also a wide unit, so I want to make sure I pick what line I'm going to follow, so that way I'm not taking the mirror off the opposite side. Hopefully you can see what's going on down there. Make sure I'm not twisted as I go up over the tire. My cleats are in the tread. Hook that in the back end, pull my slack up, then I'm going to center it on the bridle there, wrap it around. I need to put this deck up in the air. You can see there's a big gap here. All I gotta do is slide the deck in, like so. Cleats, get them cleats there in the tread. Get my hook in the proper plate. Same thing on the rear. Adjust the strap so it's relatively in a straight line. You can see I've left enough room there so when the car moves around it won't rub up against anything. Alrighty, now we're ready to drive this one on. This time I'm going to follow a straight line. Get up on there far enough that I can get straps, and I should be good right there. Park, lock her down, and squeeze myself out a small door opening. Like so. Alrighty, as you can see, we're ready to put the black car on, the Cobalt. Pick my line, follow it. If I'm unsure about my lines, I need to check, make sure I'm not taking the mirror off. It's just a mud flap dragging on the decking, don't be alarmed. Get that in a position where I want, because down on that flipper down there, so I got to make sure I can get the holes in for the wheel strap. Hook in the decking. See how it's all straight now, nothing's twisted. Alright, that strap's in place. Go strap the other side. Now you notice when I'm only doing 2 straps on a vehicle, but I am doing opposite tires, you know, opposite corners. That way it keeps the car from wanting to move side to side when it's riding down the road. Hooks in place. Go ahead and drop that. I still got good clearance in there. Lower my front car. Now when you're doing this, you have to make sure that you have adequate clearances between the 2 vehicles, and I do. But some loads that you put on, obviously you'll have big units and it'll be tight, and you'll have inches to play with rather than feet like I have. Alrighty, this is the last car. Now as I'm going on the trailer, I want to make sure that I'm not going up at a high rate of speed, because obviously I don't want to run into that black car. So I'll pick my line. This only has to go up so far until the back tires get up on the deck and I can get a hook in, which basically puts the tires on that pad right there. Just a little more. After you do this a while, you'll get to know where to feel for the front of the car. And that tire should give me, it should be far enough on the deck that I can get a hook back there on that back tire. So, lock the car down, put the parking brake on, roll the window up. Fancy push button car, go ahead and turn it off. And when I get out, see that monstrosity right there? I got to make sure that I don't beat the door up against the side of it, because that'll take the paint off rather quick. You can see right there the clearance. Run my skids in. Hooked. Idler hook in. Adjust it on the bar. And we're good to go. I'm going to lower this metal deck down, pin it off. And I want to make sure I leave enough room between the roof, the deck, and the hood, and the deck, and the hood. And I need to go ahead and lower this Yukon down. Now while I'm doing all this, I have to keep in mind that I'm only allowed to be 13 foot 6 inches in the states that I'm running in out this way. Different states have different height requirements and stipulations. Now what I want to do here is go ahead and pin this one off where I want it to ride. And I need to make sure that I'm looking here and I know what kind of clearances I have for my turning. Now, I got to pay attention in there to make sure that when a car bounces, that it's not going to go up into that decking. And I still have to make sure that my height is good. And to establish my height, I have this handy dandy fiberglass height stick. Now that's what I'm going to have for turning room, more than adequate. I know it looks tight, but it will clear when I turn. Deck's lowered, have plenty of room. I'm going to see what my height is. See, I'm just tapping the top of the roof with the wand. And I'm at 13. So that just leaves us this back unit to bring down. Like so. And when you set this unit as well, you have to keep in mind your overhang on the back. So I'll make sure I pull this one in just a little bit, set my pins, and we're right at 13.6. Now the one thing I do want to do while I'm right here, because I know this is a problem point on this truck, is I want to keep that from doing that. Put my bungee cord on here, wrap it around the post, and voila. That'll keep that from rubbing, and we are done. Let's take one final look at what we've done here. And that's it.